What is up? My name is Melissa McCack, and this is Room 51, where we talk all things board gaming. This is Mind Over Meta, where I talk about psychology as it relates to board gaming. Why do I do this? Because I'm a mental health counselor by day, so I find psychology interesting and I love board games. So I thought, well, why not merge the two? If you listen to our audio podcast, you already know about this segment, but if you're just tuning in on YouTube, this is pretty new to the video format, so I hope you enjoy it. Today's topic, I want to talk about anxiety and board gaming. And so the reason I'm talking about this, you might have noticed that I am creating a little bit less content lately, and I have been streaming less lately. Justin's been pretty much carrying Room 51 on his back a little bit. And the reason being that I have been struggling with anxiety for the past couple of months, right? So I just kind of can't bring myself to record very many videos. Streaming has been an ordeal for me. Something that happened fairly recently, like maybe a month or so ago, I was supposed to guest on Panic Games stream. It was me, my brother, and then the Kirby's from We Game Together. We were going to stream part 2 of our little Dungeons and Dragons adventure, which I was actually excited for. I streamed part 1 with them, which was fun and it was awesome, but I could not make it to part 2. I wound up texting all of them like a half an hour before because I was having a panic attack that I couldn't do. I felt so bad. But they did it. It seemed like it went well. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check it out. It was a really cool adventure. But anyway, I want to talk about that in terms of playing board games. So I've noticed for myself that I've even not been able to play board games very much because of my anxiety. And I was wondering if like other people find this too when they're feeling anxious or whatever, if it stops them from playing board games, right? And I was trying to think about like, why is that? Why can't I play board games? I love them. I'm passionate about them, obviously, right? I love talking about them and watching, videos and everything. And clearly I love playing board games. But it's been sort of a problem. I haven't really been able to play because I've just been too anxious to do it. And I noticed that it's particular games, right? So I've been able to play small, specifically 2-player games. Not all the time, but sometimes I actually find it where I'm able to do it, right? I'm like, all right, let's do it. And I start playing with my fiance. We have a good time. But usually I can only play about 1 round of anything. And then it's like, all right, I need to take a break. I'm not feeling great. I also find that I have not been able to play big, meaty games. And that sucks because I really love playing like these big, long, thematic games, or even Euro games. That's fine too, with no theme. But I really enjoy playing those games, but I cannot play them right now. I don't remember how long ago this was, but we took a picture of A Feast for Odin. I was going to play it for the first time. I learned the rules and everything. I was getting ready. It was just going to be me and my fiance. We were going to play together, and I was getting ready to teach it, and all of a sudden I had a panic attack. Like I could not do it. And that's something I've actually found. I can't teach board games right now because it freaks me out. It's too overwhelming. I can't teach board games, which is also a problem since I run Teach the Teach on the Dice Tower, where I teach players how to teach board games. And right now, I can't teach board games because I've been so freaking anxious, which has been really devastating, to be honest. But so I was getting ready to see. I had a panic attack. I wasn't able to play it. I felt so bad because she set it up, and I just couldn't do it. And I wasn't able to play it, so I still haven't played A Feast for Odin, and I've been dying to. I've been dying to play so many games, but I just can't muster up the, I guess, energy slash calmness or anything like that to play these games. I was trying to think like, why can't I play these like big meaty games? And one of the things I was thinking was all the decisions that go into playing these games, right? You have to make choices constantly as to what you're doing, right? And your choices matter in these games. Normally, I don't really care to win, so it's not so much about that. It's not that like winning is freaking me out. It's more just the notion that I have to make a decision, which is fascinating to me, right? Like, okay, so making decisions makes me anxious somehow. And I was curious if any of you have any sort of, I guess, those anxieties as well when you're playing board games, or if like board games also cause anxiety for you because of maybe like the decision making that goes into it. Another thing is with these long games, it's a commitment. And for those who know me, I jump around a lot. I kind of have a hard time committing to things. Which is why I'm constantly getting like new games. I'm into new hobbies, interests, and all this sort of stuff. I'm a really hyper person. I love just doing a whole bunch of different things all the time, and it drives people nuts because a lot of times they really just can't keep up, and nobody should be expected to keep up with my insanity. But now it's like I have to take it easy. Like I can't do anything, or at least it feels that way. And it's really hard because, like I said, I'm this hyper person. I want to do all these things, and I can't even commit to a game right now, right? So like that sense of commitment sort of freaks me out. I feel like I don't want to have other people who are like also committed to this game and then me say like, you know what, I'm feeling anxious about 15 minutes in, I can't do this, and then walking away, potentially ruining the game for everybody else, ruining everybody else's time. I know it's sort of like I'm catastrophizing things, which is sort of like one of the things of anxiety where you like, you know, you overthink things, you make things a bigger deal than they are, like everything is horrible, you know, even though it's not. And even though like rationally you know that this is ridiculous, and you just can't help it. Emotions are emotions. Another type of game that I've realized that I can't quite play right now due to my anxiety, I mean, it's pretty much all games, but specifically party games that elicit a lot of energy, right? So specifically, I'm thinking of like social deductions, like Deception Murder in Hong Kong. High energy game. When I play that game, I'm pretty much role playing. I'm like, you know, like I am a detective. I am an investigator, figuring out who did this, why, how. Or if I'm the murderer or the accomplice, I am lying through my teeth. And it requires a lot of energy, right? And I like that. I love the energy that comes from this game, and the theatrics that I could put into it, right? I love the theater and everything. But I can't do that right now. Because it's just too overwhelming. The amount of people that are involved is overwhelming. The amount of energy is overwhelming. I can't even listen to music right now because music is overwhelming. But that's actually just me all the time. I can't listen to very much music because things are just like sort of overstimulating for me. So, and it's twofold when I'm in this wave of anxiety, I guess. And I guess the worst part is like you're not sure when it's going to end, when you're going to get better. It's interesting too because I had just come out with a Mind Over Meta not too long ago about how board games can be part of your self-care and a place to like sort of release and relax and, you know, just tending to your interests. And I can't really do that right now. Like as part of my self-care, I actually can't play board games right now because it's just too overwhelming for me. That's really where I'm at right now. And it actually took a lot out of me to make this video. It's been taking a lot out of me to stream, to make any sort of videos for the Dice Tower, for Room 51, to, you know, manifest that same energy that I usually bring, because I want to bring that energy. I have that energy. It's just really hard to bring it out right now. And it's just been a really difficult time for me, regardless. So I've been dodging a lot of people. I know a lot of people have been asking to like be on Room 51 to collaborate. And I know like Tom asked, you know, to like stream on the Dice Tower and all that sort of stuff. And I just can't do it right now. Which is really devastating because I love making content. Again, like I love playing board games, but I'm just not in that headspace right now. And I kind of have to accept that and be okay with that. But anyway, so you could join the conversation on any of our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at This Is Room 51. And let us know like what you think. You could also leave your thoughts down below in the comments in terms of like, if you experience anxiety, what that looks like for you, how it interferes or doesn't interfere with board gaming, if maybe board gaming actually brings you like a sense of calmness, which would be awesome for me, and I really need that. But, or if you kind of feel the same way as me, that'd be interesting too. Or like reasons as to why you think that anxiety might stop you from playing board games, things like that. But anyway, I will catch you next time. You could check out my blog called Becoming Room 51. You could check out our Twitch channel called Room 51 Live. And I think that's it. Oh, our merchandise. You could follow us on Redbubble and get some of our Room 51 merch. Anyway, I'll catch you next time. Thank you so much for watching and or listening. This has been Room 51.